Oh, you missed it. You missed it again. You literally missed it. I started the show where you could.
I'm so embarrassed.
Oh my!
Oh,
You're so stoned. Thank you.
I was about to ask, is he already high?
Oh,
no.
yeah, of course he's high. Yeah.
No.
You know he starts the show.
I was listening for
Uh-huh.
Gonna Be My Balls or for Manga, and
Bombay! It's like y'all, and not much to say. I said to the man, are you trying to tempt me? Because I come from a land of plenty. He said, hey, you come from a land down under. Yeah, yeah. Where women glow and men plunder. You ready? Here we go.
could it be my butthole?
You better run. You better take cover. You got it. Land down under. Oh, yeah, yeah. Women glow and men plunder. Can you hear me?
Could it be my butthole?
You better run. You better take cover.
Yeah.
There we go. That's how you start a show. That's how a show's supposed to start, right there. That's how you start it. Any of you guys need advice on how to start a show? That's how you start it. You start singing
Yeah.
about buttholes.
Yeah.
That's how you get it going, Steve, right there. Could it be my butthole?
Oh,
Yeah. That's how we started ours.
you bet.
What's going on, people? It is a Thursday morning. I got up at 7:40 today.
Wow.
But dude, I need some ibuprofen or something. My right, I don't even like my right hip is so it's so I can't even describe it. Like it's usually my knees that are hurting,
But
but it's my right ass cheek, right hip.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know what it is. It aches. It aches today.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't even stand.
Oh, it's like
So
it
it took me
needs to be
forever.
popped.
Like it feels like it needs to. You know what I mean? Like getting up to put on clothes was really difficult. Like standing up, because you have to get up and adjust on one leg and then sit back down. Then you got to get up on and then you got to get up and adjust on the other leg to where you can sit down again because you're putting on your socks and stuff, And then I'm telling you, oh my God, the pain is intense. Like here, I'll show you this picture. I'm not going to say this picture's because it's a picture from a scholarship show, but okay. Like if you take this person, like right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Could it be your butthole?
No, that's covered. But I'm saying it's right on the human. But here, let me move the.
Oh, okay.
I'll move it over a little bit in here.
The bite butt
Right
cheek.
in here. It's right in there.
Oh.
That's where it's hurt. That's where it's hurting. Yeah. So, but it's not so much in the hip joint. Like I know some people have hip problems that where they have to get new hips and stuff. Like my grandmother. I think my grandmother, before she died, she eventually got both of them fixed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they had to totally,
Putting their hips in.
yeah. But I need some ibuprofen. I need something. I need some pills. Because I got to
Need something, huh?
work out and do the show. I got stuff I got to do.
Maybe you worked out too hard yesterday.
No, I'm going to go today. I need to stop hurting now. No. I mean, this is when I'm sleeping. Something happened when I'm sleeping.
Oh, yeah, you could have slept on it wrong.
I don't know. I don't. Who knows? Who knows, Steve?
It could be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It could be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Yeah, dances maybe
The
it's
hell did I
bursitis.
miss?
Doesn't feel like bursitis. It just feels like I don't know. It feels like literally.
You got butt hurt?
It feels like it hurts like my back, hip, leg. It just.
I know what it was. It was that fucking Stainless show last night, and you got butt hurt over something they said.
No, I actually enjoyed Stainless.
Oh, I thought it was the dumbest fucking show I ever listened to.
You had a problem with it.
Off, Steve.
What was your problem? What did you not like about it?
No, it was okay. It's still subpar, but compared to Smoke Signals, which I have a professional producer
Yeah.
involved in it. So
Say Smoke Signals is really good.
yeah,
I actually started promoting the subscriber shows last night. I'm like, the subscriber shows are so good. Why the hell am I not promoting them? You know.
exactly.
So I want to start taking clips. This is probably a question. This is probably some conversation I'd have with Jason, but I want to start taking like 2-minute long clips from those shows
Right.
and putting them on the Facebook page and stuff. You know. What I mean?
Oh yeah.
So that people will come check it out. We'll come try out the subscriber. You know.
Yeah.
I want
That
to start
sounds like a good idea to me.
promoting.
I agree.
But I need to get 2-minute versions, like 2-minute great segments.
Well, you're gonna have a hard time in Stainless finding 2 minutes of continuous talk. You might get it 30 seconds and then
Steve,
So you think there's a lot of
you
laughter
want an
in
ass whooping, don't you?
dead space in Stainless?
yeah.
I think there's time where Dan's like talking for 2 minutes and Christina's commenting, and I think Stainless is a good show.
Hey, I
And by
just
the way,
like
I want to find Smoke Signals too. We'll have to limit, because Smoke Signals you want to use the whole thing, but we'll have to find just 2 minutes. Like I'd like to get the 2 minutes of where Bubba's talking and you and 420 are singing.
I got that time index.
I'd like to find that, and we'll use that as a promo, just to you know. I'd like to use it, you know,
yeah.
just to promote the show and let people know, hey, you can, if
Right.
you are a tier 2 subscriber, you could get this show on a weekly basis. It's really good, you know. I'm having a breakfast quiche today, Steve.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of had something like that. I had eggs and sausage.
I'm having it looks like eggs.
Yeah, probably.
It's eggs and sausage, but it's in a pie crust.
Oh shit! Yeah, quiche.
Pie in some pie crust.
I love making quiche.
Yeah.
Easiest thing to make in the world.
I just
Everybody
wish
loves eating pie.
Oh yeah.
I just wish it also had
Not
some.
everybody.
I wish it also had some ibuprofen in it. Some, you know,
Oh yeah.
right?
Maybe some fentanyl.
Yeah, but maybe a little fentanyl. Yeah, but it just would have a little bit of something in it. Then it would be perfect.
Wow. I've got this great breakfast quiche. I just wish it had drugs.
I can make you a quiche with weed.
Listen, if there was weed that when you took weed, your knees didn't hurt, I would. Oh, dude, I
be a
would
stoner.
smoke that weed every day.
Dude, why do you think I smoke it so much? It takes my pain away. and
If
my
there was
feet and
weed,
shit.
if you said, "Hey, this is good weed," you take it and your hips won't hurt. I'd take it right now because that hip of mine's hurting.
Like right now, I'm numb. I'm literally
but
numb from head to toe.
Every time I've tried smoking it, it's never
Yeah.
helped my knees.
Well, you need to figure it out though. Surely there's something. Even if have you ever tried the CBD oil or cream?
Yeah,
my mom,
I have.
My mom swears by it when she gets cramps in her legs.
When she gets crabs?
Cramps.
Oh.
Cramp.
Steve's mother doesn't have crabs.
Jackie.
Yeah,
Cramp.
Sounded like crabs at first. I'm like, what?
no cramps.
Cramp.
Yeah, maybe for muscles, but I'm talking about mine's
Yours are
joints.
joints, huh?
Yeah, I have this stupid some type of cellular. Maybe it's cellular. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Right.
I have a advanced something
Mm-hmm.
osteoarthritis. Something.
Oh yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, so that's what I have. They say it's rare, and for someone to get it as bad. Thanks, Kato. My cat is not climbing on top. Someone to get it as bad as I've got it is.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well.
You should open the window so she can be in the window because Nook enjoys the window right now.
Well, I wish I could move over there, but I just can't. Now the cat is
It wants food.
climbing all over the place.
It's time for treats.
Oh well.
Oh well. Eee.
So were there games last night in MLB 22, the show? Morning
Yeah.
Disaster League?
Yes, I do. I did. I
What'd you
lost to Rev. We went 9 innings, but I lost.
Yeah, you went 9 innings, though. That's kind of good.
I lost 9-0. Man, he is tough.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
told you he's good. That's Becky's boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told everybody. I said he's good.
He is. He's got the pitching down pat. And man,
We played 3 games. 2 of the games he was really good, and then one of the games he just fell apart.
right? Yeah, we only got to play one because it was late.
But I think he got frustrated when he fell apart. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Right.
if he can stay focused or whatever, that guy's good. I've said that
Right,
before.
yeah,
I said before, I think that Big D and Brent, and I think that he could get
Right.
some good, because I had really
Oh,
good
yeah.
games with him, and I said I know those guys that have good games with him. You know,
Right.
but oh well. Yeah. Christina, did you play last night?
Yeah, I got on and played the Cubs. Played them a game. And
lose
I
or-
actually no, I won
Win. No.
by 1 run, but still, it was a win.
Must have been because the
I was
Yankees are so
sweating
good.
too, man.
It's because you
Yeah.
picked the right
That's
team.
why.
Just ask Brent. Or just ask Brent.
I almost got my ass beat, but I came back and smacked some home runs and
Yeah, Brent says he's played the Braves. First games, it was 1-0. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's Brent. I think my first game with him was like a 3-2 or 4-. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or 3-1 or 4-1 or 2-1 or something. It was something like that. So
Yeah.
he hit a home run with that goddamn Acuna.
Yeah, son of a bitch. He did that to me too. With bases loaded.
Yeah, that son of a bitch is a
shit.
home run every time. Yeah, so Yeah, but
I
those are
tried
good games.
everything. That son of a bitch, he loves the ball down and inside. God.
And so I guess we're getting closer. Jason, are we getting closer to starting season number 2?
I know I have a few more
Or can we
games.
just
we're still
create a
gonna
brand
play.
new league?
I can create a brand new league at any time.
Yeah, and then I want the
I
brand
think
new
we
league
should
to
probably finish
include.
this one first.
I want the brand new league to include trades. Be a step up. You know what I mean? From where we
Right.
are.
Right.
And I want it to include trades and free agency and all that stuff. You know?
Okay.
And Brett said that people should not be able to pick their teams. I just think if people aren't. I just think if people aren't picking their teams, we're going to have a lot of problems getting people.
Here's what I'll do. Okay.
Yeah.
Once we have everybody confirmed that one's in, I will set a date and time that I will send the invite to the league to everyone. If first come, first serve.
I mean, because that's the way it's set up.
Right.
You know. It's
I mean,
set
once
up
somebody
that way,
picks a team, it's locked. I mean,
yeah. And I was nice giving. I wanted to have the Cubs available. I figured Easy would be the one who'd pick them.
Right.
I wanted to leave so someone could pick their favorite team.
Right.
You know? I didn't want to pick him and then have someone not join the league because they can't get their favorite team.
Right.
You know?
Right.
right.
So.
Wow.
And Brent picked
one of the worst teams in the league, and he's still doing good.
Yeah, he still wins. He picked Pittsburgh and he still wins.
So he needs to shut the fuck up.
Well, he would bitch about anything I was doing, no matter what. I could have picked the worst team in all baseball, and he would have said, "Oh, well, Ray wins because the game feels sorry for the so and so because they're so bad."
Right.
Yeah. So, oh well. Yeah, but I love it. I can't wait for season 2. Season 2, I want to send an invite to Brandon Austin, Mikey's son, because he plays every day. And let's everybody do me a favor. Everybody playing, check your Facebook and see who's on your Facebook that also plays. You know,
yeah.
If you have anybody that you know that also plays, because let's get them on our team.
Yeah.
And also promote this show on your Facebook. And then, Jason, did you hear what I was saying earlier about I want to get like 2-minute clips from Stainless and Smoke Signals and start promoting the.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
I don't know how we do that. So
Well,
I know you have all your Mac. I know you have all your Mac stuff.
I can download the video just like I download the audio.
Yeah.
And then run it through my video editor.
All your Mac stuff. Because when you get the video, it looks awesome. So then start letting people know, hey, you can get this for,
$8 a month.
$8 a month. Yeah.
Right.
So just let people know. Yeah. So we had a lot of fun. I see Tyler is back with the living. Are you back at work yet, or are you?
Yeah, I worked last night.
Yeah. See, he's even going back to work.
Yep.
Okay. They figured it out that Christina and Tyler's microphones are the same, and Christina and Tyler are both sick.
You're saying it's the microphone that's giving
There we
COVID?
go.
God damn it, he figured us out. Shit.
I think Tyler got it from that girlfriend got it.
Right.
Because is that girlfriend a busybody?
Yep.
because they were having like some kind of graduation things.
Yeah, then they went
And
to
they were
the
going to
movies.
graduation parties, and she was probably like, oh, going into the kitchen and, oh, let me gossip with this, and walking around to all, and the women are probably making cake or whatever and going, oh, well, let me tell you about what I saw on The View. Oh, well, I was watching The Talk, and they were saying, and they're all coughing, and she's like, oh, and getting all those germs in.
Wait, when did his girlfriend get Christina's
I'm
evil
just,
laugh?
well, I'm just saying, Christina had it, and Christina
It's
got it.
contagious.
Christina got it from some fucking holiday party. Remember? Didn't you go to some
Christmas.
holiday party? Yeah, it was some Christmas
We
party
had Christmas at our house.
where all the women were in the kitchen talking about, oh, well, I'm the best wife to my husband because I blah 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 blah. Oh no, I'm the best wife because I am the best mother. Oh, you are? Oh yes, I got my children. Blah 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 blah. And they're coughing on each other. That's how.
It's not
Christine-
cake, it's cheese balls. So
I'm just saying. That's how you
And
get
Susan's a hugger, isn't she?
it. Yeah. Oh, she's hugging everyone. Oh,
don't worry, Ray. If she ever meets you, she won't hug you.
I'm not seeing shit. I'm trying to back in blindside.
who in the hell's he yelling?
I have no idea.
Is TJ
Big Cheryl.
I'm trying to back in. It's another one of these stupid fucking jobs.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh,
Right?
you don't want me to tell you exactly how I
He's getting in
feel.
a fight with. He's getting in a fight with someone.
This is the damn dumbest thing.
Yeah, so-
Damn.
Somebody got the heck over there.
So I don't get. It's like if people come to my house, I don't know what the women talk about. I don't know where they're.
Oh yeah.
They seem to gather around my dining room table,
Uh-huh.
and my wife's in the kitchen doing things, and then my daughter comes out, and I can hear her yapping along with. You know what I mean?
Right.
A
Yeah.
lot of yapping, and then
Yeah.
with me, I'm always watching sports on TV,
Uh-huh.
and people
Yep.
come in and they talk sports. But when they talk sports with me, it's not, oh, let's talk about, like, no one comes in the room and goes, oh, hello, Raymond. Let's talk about the trade deadline of this sport. Well, my opinion is that's not how it goes. It goes, sup. What you think? My Cardinals going to do anything? Unfortunately, yeah.
Do you mind if I take notes on this? So if I ever do meet you, I know exactly how to act.
Then they go cool, and then they sit down. They sit down in the chair away from me.
I know.
They sit down in the chair away from me, and they I'll watch whatever I'm watching, or like sometimes I was playing a PS4 game or a PS5 game when people were over last week. And then my nephew Aaron starts to tell me about his franchise that he's got going in MLB 22.
Mm-hmm.
And he was looking at my franchise. He's like, wow, you got a good, look at this. You got the, And that was a conversation.
Who's
but it was
burning
never
their
any,
house down?
It was never anything. It was never an intense conversation of,
Right.
about anything. It was small sentences.
Right.
And a lot of sentences end with cool. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Or cool. There was no COVID being exchanged, is what I'm saying.
Right.
It's being exchanged is being exchanged in the other room.
COVID.
That's how Christina got it. That's how Susan got it.
Yep.
Yeah. The dirty people we hang around.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about you, but it's about probably because of my microphone, according to Steve.
Well,
Yeah.
he's just trying to figure out how. Oh, well.
Amanda. She's cooking bacon and burning the house down.
Yeah. Who's cooking bacon? It's not me, am I?
Amanda.
She's not burning the house down. It's just the smoke detector here is like really, really sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh yeah.
So we're gonna see TJ lose his shit, and we're gonna
Yeah.
see Jason's trailer burn down. And it's not
Yeah.
even a subscriber show. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you see where the Waltons are buying the Denver Broncos?
Yeah, I saw it. They're spending like $4 or $5 billion on the Broncos.
Yeah.
Who's buying the Broncos?
The
Walton family, Walmart.
No shit.
some members of the Walton family.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get rid of that fucking John Elway.
I don't know. Yeah, they love the they love that football, but they got to do anything. They're like, we got to stop this black quarterback.
Huh.
We got to stop this black quarterback from coming in. Didn't the Broncos just get Russell Wilson?
I think so. Yeah.
They're gonna be. I think they're going to be good. To be honest,
I think they will.
they're gonna be
I
good.
think they will.
Russell Wilson is really good, and the Broncos are good. All they've been missing is a quarterback.
Right.
Oh well. So they could be back to, is anybody a Broncos fan?
Amanda is.
See, the Broncos could be back to elite status. I mean, he's that good, and now they have an ownership with some money.
Right. Yeah.
They could be back being really good again.
And I see there's already jokes about Walmart and Broncos Stadium. Putting a Walmart in there, and
Yeah,
there's
I
only
see
going to be one gate
426.
open.
They'll have a Walmart in it. Well, those Walton people have a ton of money.
Yeah.
Lucky bastards.
Yeah.
I mean, because they were the first ones that figured out if you get everything made by the Chinese,
Yeah.
get everything made by the Chinese. Then you could sell it. You're having it made for next to nothing, and then you sell it. It's all profit. They were the
Right.
first ones to figure it out, and they got along with it. They got around with it for like 20 years before anybody else even figured it out. Oh, and also don't pay the people that work for you anything.
Yep.
No.
See, now they're
I've experienced that firsthand.
now they're giving the people who work there a little bit more, because
Right.
the states have raised the the states have raised the minimum wage, so
Right.
oh well. Yeah. So they got to pay the people more. It's got to be it's got to make them angry.
Right.
Got to pay all these people all this bullshit.
Oh, Jason's on fire.
Oh well.
What the hell sounds like a nuclear oven going on?
I don't know what's going on. TJ's got his mic off.
Yeah.
Jason's mic's off.
I
It's
hear it.
Christina's air conditioner.
So it's hot. I was always
Is it? Hold
Let
on.
me mute her mic. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Hi,
you know she's got
There.
that fucking air conditioner on.
Well, she has to keep it comfortable for Goose.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the fucking temperatures for next week?
Oh, beautiful.
No, what?
No.
Perfect
I
riding
haven't
weather.
looked.
Tuesday, 100 degrees.
Oh yes.
No.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Dude,
Holy shit.
Steve, I love it. I love I
The
love
upper
100
90s
degrees.
and the
I love
lows
it.
and the low 70s.
I love temperatures like that.
Fuck.
I
100
absolutely
fucking-
hate them because working in my mail truck, it's
Oh,
always
yeah.
feeling like
Oh.
15 to 20 degrees hotter than it really is outside when you're in the damn thing.
I wish I
Right.
worked in a mail truck every day.
Hey, I work in a factory where it's like 30, 40 degrees hotter than it is outside. So if I can suffer, you can suffer too.
I wish I could do a job like that. I really do. I wish I could. I wish I could have done a job. Here's what I would love. This is what I wish I would have had a job. This is what killed me. When I had a job in radio, and anybody who has a job like this, anybody who has a job like this, you know what I'm talking about. You have a job. I had a job broadcasting. I was doing an entertainment show. I would think about that fucking show 24 hours a day. I always wanted a job. Like when I was a kid, okay? When I was a kid, I had a job laying blacktop, okay?
Mm.
Like I'd walk behind this big dump truck filled with blacktop. And then we'd go down these roads and it'd be 100 degrees. And literally, you would you'd stick your shovel in, grab the blacktop, and remove it from the truck and pour it in the holes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You're a pothole filler.
Yeah. And then you'd walk miles of road and do that, right? Here's the thing. I worked from like 5 o'clock in the morning till I think we did lunch at like 11.
Mhm.
And then we'd work like from noon to 2:30, and they'd say, "Oh, it's too fucking hot." That's it. That's day. And then when work was over, that was it.
Right.
That was it. I didn't give a damn about my job the rest of the day, the rest of the night, until I woke up the next day to go do it again. Those jobs were great.
Yeah.
Those jobs, and I, as an adult, I didn't appreciate it because, like I said, I got a job where I woke up, did the job. There was no set lunch. There was no lunch break during the job. You know,
Right.
there was do the show, and then after the show, have a meeting to discuss the show, complain about anything that didn't go right with the show. And then after that meeting, I'd have another meeting with someone. And then I'd have to put up with people complaining about the show. I'd have to go to those meetings. And then I'd have a meeting with a producer describing what they had on plan for the next day's show. Then I would go home and I would start writing the next show. And then I would have to take calls from people who were also writing the next show. And then I have to coordinate and all this shit. So literally the rest of my day was spent thinking about either the show that we did or the show we were going to do. So it was nonstop. Then I go to sleep and I'd be sleeping and I'd have a dream about Oh my God, what a great bit that would be. So then I'd wake up and I'd have to write shit down. When I was shoveling blacktop, I never had I had a good dream. I never had a dream that said, oh, we could get more blacktop done if only we blah, blah, blah. And I had to wake up and say, no, that never happened. That never happened. You would wake up, you'd hate your job. You'd wake up hating your fucking job. You'd wake up and go, oh, God, I can't believe I got to go to that fucking job. I hate that job. Then it just sucks. And you go there and it's just hot. Actually, it wasn't from 5:30 in the morning wasn't that hot.
No.
Like from 5:30 to like 9 wasn't that bad.
Right.
But then after 9, it was like, holy shit. You know? And then you get to lunch. And then when lunch happened, it's like, I'd turn it off. I'd turn off everything. And I'd go, fuck this job, fuck these people. And I'd forget about all of it. I'd just go to lunch.
Yeah.
And then when lunch was over, I would go back to work. I wouldn't think about that job from the entire time on lunch, except only to look at the clock and go, oh shit, I got to go back to that job because lunch is almost over. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you go back and you do that job, and I hate that job the whole time I was. And the afternoon it'd be so fucking hot. Oh my God, it'd be so hot. It would be like fucking horrible. But then
Say asshole.
I would sweat like when we were blacktop, 100-degree weather. You're sweating so much, like I could feel the weight pouring off me. And then the day would be over. And I'd immediately go home. All right. I wouldn't stop at the bar because I wasn't old enough. Like some of those guys would leave the place and they literally would walk into the bar. But I was never old enough, so I would just go home and take a shower. And as soon as I took a shower, I'd be walking out, toweling myself off, and I'd be like, I'd completely forgotten what I had done. And then I had a hot girlfriend who I was usually being taken care of not long after. You know what I mean? It was great. It was great.
You just now telling me that you want Kool-Aid after I just put it up? Are you fucking kidding me?
Somebody's getting
What the fuck?
Jason's getting yelled at.
No. Turn up. Turn up. Let's hear it.
Nothing new.
Aww.
Look, Christina's
Aw,
going.
damn.
Look, Christina, she's laughing.
It's already entertained.
Yeah.
You know, Ray, you're telling that little story. And this is the mental image that I'm getting.
All right.
I'm getting a mental image of a 18, 19-year-old Ray Lytle
Yeah.
walking behind the truck with his stoned washed jeans on.
I wasn't even that old. I was I think I was like 16 or 17.
Okay. With his
But yeah,
stoned
dude,
washed jeans.
I started I think I started at 200 and I think I maybe started at 280 some odd pounds. And then by the end of summer, I was like 230,
Yeah.
you know?
You probably wore a shirt that didn't have no sleeves cut out.
Oh, here's the deal. You'd wear a shirt, and then by 9 o'clock, you'd take the shirt off,
Yeah.
and you'd run it through your belt loop.
Oh.
And I
Nice.
was so tanned. And then I would just get my back would be so dark. And my hair was,
Right.
I had rock star hair back then, but it was just, I'm telling you, the job was hard. The job was hard, but my point is, you never thought about it outside of doing the job,
Right. Yeah.
because I didn't give two shits about whether or not the potholes were filled with blacktop. You know what I mean?
Yep. As
I
long as
could-
you got a paycheck on Friday.
I could give a shit as long as I got paid. And by the way, this job, I was making $3 an hour, Steve.
What?
$3 an hour.
$3 an hour.
That's what the minimum wage was.
Shit, I don't think I ever remember making $3 an hour.
It was minimum wage was
Maybe I did. When I worked at
three
the
something an
grocery
hour.
store.
Yeah. That was just horrible. But it was great because I didn't have to think about anything, you know. But the paycheck, the whole paycheck was like $100 and some odd dollars.
Oh yeah, I must have got paid that. That's about what my paychecks were when I worked at the grocery store.
Just horrible. Oh well. But it was great because you never had to think about the job when you weren't doing it. That's my point.
Right.
Then I went to college, learned how to do radio, and then immediately got it. I don't know whose alarm was going on. But then I immediately got a job in radio. And then my whole life became worrying about radio, worrying about the show,
Right.
worrying about the listeners. You know, I was worried about 24 hours a day. I was constantly worried about everything else. Not like when I was doing the manual labor job. I did the job, and then I was worried about focusing on. It was like, job's over, now I'm going to focus on getting off or hooking up with this chick and, you know,
Getting
taking
all.
care of this and taking care of that. You know what I mean? It wasn't like radio when I'm trying to please someone and I'm worried about fucking quarter-hour listenership drops. What the? I shouldn't have been. No one should have been thinking about that bullshit. I shouldn't have been worrying about what some 60-year-old guy was thinking about the bit where we, you know, the bit where we put Jimmy hooked up to whatever. You know, that's what I'm saying, you know, was going on. So radio, I thought about it 24 hours a day.
Right.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's what I did for almost 40 years. It wasn't just even this, by the way, even this show, I'm thinking about it even when I'm not doing it.
Right.
I love a job. I don't know what Tyler does. I don't know what Jason says. He says it's in a truck, it's in a mail truck, and it's hot. But I bet you're not thinking about it now,
No.
Jason. I bet you're not somehow figuring out a way to make the mail easier because you're not there. Saying
Right.
if I'd have figured something out when I was young, I would have figured out how do I get a job to where all I think about, the only time I think about that job is when I'm doing it. When I'm not doing that job, I'm focusing on my home life, you know.
Right.
Like, how do I get more pleasure? How do I please someone else? How could I be a better father? How could I be a better person? How could I take care of my family more? No. I was always focused on the job, and, you know, So that's what I wish I would have. Like I was paid okay, but I wish I could have just focused more on life.
Mhm.
You know, which is like I'm telling you, when I was shoveling blacktop, or when I was making pizzas at Pizza Hut, or you know, some of those shit jobs I had, I only thought about the job when I was there. It wasn't 24 hours. you
Right.
know. So I wish that's how I wish it would have been done, you know. Oh well. Oh well. Now you guys understand my pain.
Uh-huh.
But that was, you know, and I'm sure there are people who have jobs like mine. Like if you're the CEO of a company, I'm sure that's one of those 24-hour jobs. You're probably thinking about it all the time.
Right.
So as much grief as I give, you know, some of these CEOs, it's got to suck because there's never a time when you're just worrying about the important stuff. And now that I'm getting older and closer to death, as we all, you know, we're all getting older and closer to death. But as you age, you start to think, you go, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
If I wish I'd have focused more on people I love and friendships and family, and then maybe I wouldn't have so many ex-friends.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know, maybe I'd have people who actually I gave a shit about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, instead of focusing on all that bullshit,
Right.
it would have been nice to have a job that, you know, you get really hot at. I think if you have a job that you get really hot at while doing it, to where you have to immediately go home and shower, that's probably a job that when you're done for the day, you're done with it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to think about it until the next day. I'm saying I wish I would have done something like that, because I think I would have been a better person, a better father, a better husband, you know.
You never know, though, because I did that. I mean,
I think I would have been.
I worked at golf courses for 15 years, so as maintenance, and I was it. I worked from 5 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, and that's it. I didn't worry about until the next day what I had to do.
I'm telling you. Oh well. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting at.
Right.
Just some of the bullshit that came with being in radio. At least people are now getting better about asking me when I'm going back, because I'm not.
Right.
I'm not going back. Are you kidding? I'm not going back to radio. Out of your fucking mind. I'd rather cut off a toe. Go back to, you kidding? Fuck that. Oh well. Yeah. So I'm jealous of Tyler, and Jason's got a job. It might be hot next week for you guys.
Bring it on.
But at least when you're done, you won't be worrying about the job outside of doing it. You know? You got yourself a nice job instead of you know, and you're getting paid for the hours you work, you know.
Yeah.
And I think people should be paid for the hours you stress on it. I was underpaid in radio. I'll tell you that right now. Like Brent says, "Don't worry, Jason. I'm sure the mail truck will break and you won't have to work in the heat."
No, I'll just be stranded in the heat somewhere. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
even
but
better.
you know what I mean? Like, okay, if I was doing what you're doing and my mail truck breaks, I'd be like, well, yeah, my mail truck's broken and I'm at whatever. I'm at Davis and Smith Street. Okay. Somebody's going to pay me now to fucking kick back and wait for a tow truck. You know
That's
what I mean?
pretty much what I have to do.
Yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd be like, fuck
Wow.
it. I'd be
And if it's not something they can fix immediately, they'll bring out a new truck to me while they
Yeah.
take mine for repair.
I'm just saying that, you know, truck's broke. Fuck it. I'd love to have, you know, when you were doing when I was doing what I did, there was never a time where I'd be like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Somebody else's problem. There was never a time for that. It was like, well, the problem's going to land on me. Like shit that I didn't have anything to do with. Like I get in and I'm doing a show, right? And then somebody walks in with a subpoena. We've got the whole show planned. We wrote it out the day before. We've got all these bits. I'm going to be doing a song. Then we're going to send Jim out in the street and he's going to be doing blah, 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 blah. And so we get in there and we're doing the show. And then the county or some county, so it wouldn't even be Sangamon, would come in with a subpoena and a warrant. And they 6:30 in the morning, they're like, Jim, you got to come with us. What? Jim, you got to come with us. What? For what? What? Here, Jim, you're going to have to come with us. Who? What? You're being arrested for, I'm not going to say that in front of these other people, Jim, but if you want to, can I read it? Yeah, here you go. Read it. Let's keep this between us. And then they haul him out of the studio. It would have been nice if I could have gone, well, fuck it, show's over. But no. That was never the case. It was, holy shit. Now everybody, we got to totally revamp and we got to continue doing the show while rewriting and coming up with, you know. And meanwhile, the cops are like, you guys, you can't talk about this. So it's like, okay, wait a minute. So now we can't talk about. We just had a show member arrested during a commercial break, and you're telling us we can't talk about it? So now I got to plan a brand new show? And that's the stuff that would drive me crazy.
How many times did he get arrested?
And that's the thing, is if it happened once, maybe it'd be interesting.
Happened a
It
second.
fucking happened several times.
Oh, God.
Or else there would be a thing where the general manager of the radio station would call Jimmy or somebody into his. We'd be doing the show and he would send someone back and says, hey, so-and-so has to go back to so-and-so's office. And I'd be like, what? They'd say, yeah, he's got to get back to the office now. And so they leave the show and go back to the general manager's office and would be nailed for something right there, and it would affect the whole show. That's another thing where it's like, now what the hell are we going to do? Most of the time we would talk about, well, Jimmy's not here because he's getting yelled at by our boss. But that sometimes it would be like, you are not allowed to discuss this. shit. You know what I mean? So now we can't talk about it. Fuck. And then all of a sudden, they send him home. The time he got busted. You guys remember the time Jimmy got busted in when did he get busted? In
4.
98, maybe? He got
Are you
busted.
talking about the Iliopolis incident?
Yeah. My band was playing, and he was driving home from the gig,
Oh.
and he was so fucked up. And he was in that ambulance, and he was getting on a loudspeaker and going, "Hey, hot babe, pull over and give me a blowjob. Pull over and give me a blowjob." And the cops, the cops see the siren. He's got his sirens on. They're like, "Why the hell do you have working sirens?" I don't know. They just came on. The police go, "What do you mean you don't know? They just came on." These are supposed to be turned off in the state of Illinois. You're not supposed to have working police light. You're not supposed to have working emergency lights. And he somehow got his lights working. I don't know how he did it, but he somehow had working lights. And so he was trying to pull over these young girls on the highway to pull over and pleasure him. That's how he got busted. And also he had weed on him. He was drunk as a skunk. All that stuff. So, and then he got called into meetings like all the time afterwards. And then eventually the station's lawyers, he was in violation of our contract. Oh my God. And we were, by the way, we were in talks. We were in talks to syndicate the show.
So much for that.
That's where the show syndication had started. Like we finally syndicated in 2000. The talks for that started in like 97 maybe? 98. That's when the talks started. And it took 2 years to make it all come together. And then he ends up getting busted, and then they finally there was a whole thing they had to figure it out, and all these meetings I had to go to. I can't tell you how many times we sit in the meetings going, Jesus Christ, I'm not the one that got pulled over. And then they finally say, Jim, go home, you're suspended. Because they didn't want to fire him. So they ended up suspending him because it was a violation of the morals clause of our contract. Which I never drank or drive. I didn't drink or drive or smoke weed or any of that stuff. So I never had to worry about it. But there was even a clause but it had to do with the public, something like if I was cheating on my wife and somehow got out, like it was, even that was covered. And it was like it had to do with embarrassment or whatever. So, but I never broke any of that stuff. So
basically anything that would come back and embarrass the station.
It was a morals clause, yeah, and they had the right then to either terminate the contract or suspend you until, like with Jimmy, you had to actually be charged, but they could suspend you once it was public. So when Jimmy's thing became public, he wasn't charged. They didn't charge him with a crime, but he had been to the police station. He'd been to the police station, and they investigated it and interviewed him and all that stuff. And then there was a potential lawsuit with one of the girls. There was all this other potential shit going on. So they had to wait until all that stuff was finally cleared up before. So they suspended him. And he couldn't work. So he was off the show. Jimmy was off the show for like a year. And we were planning the show around him. So suddenly he was gone. You know. So that was just, you know. It was just, for me, it was hell because I had to ride around it.
Right.
But then we found Marvin. Thank God, Marvin got us through. Marvin got us through the rest of '98, all of '99, and even got us syndicated. But then the Sangamon County decided not to charge Jimmy. Like they had so long to charge him. All right, and then they finally decided not to charge him. And as soon as they decided not to charge him, the station's like, all right, come back to work.
Right.
And so he started receiving, the same amount of money that he was always paid. They just started paying him and he was able to go back to work again. And it was all under the same terms, but it was crazy. But yet all that stuff was, you know, things that I always wondered. So they didn't pay Jimmy that whole time. They didn't pay him. So that should have been money. Like that was money they originally were going to put into the show. They were giving it to Jim, right?
Right.
It was arguably the most successful time we had, you know, up to that point. It was the most successful time we had. The money was coming, was rolling in. Now Jimmy's gone. It's not like they were giving anybody else his salary. They were just pocketing it.
Right.
So I was angry about that as well. I'm like, you guys could add the money that was going to him to the budget.
Right.
And let me pay other people or use the money to giveaways or something. But no, they just pocketed it. And they were keeping it. And then when Jimmy came back, he just started making it again. But it's not like the money went to me. Well, he wasn't getting it or anything. Like they just pocketed it.
Right.
Fuckers. I wish I'd have thought of that. Wish I'd have thought of it then, because I'd have been like, well, wait a minute. The money should go to me. And they could have given it to Marvin or Bodine or somebody, you know. That's what I'm saying. It was a job you had to think about 24 hours a day. Would have been nice to have a job where you just worried about, you know, a job where you're just worried about nothing. That would have been nice. Oh, well. Yeah. Nate says, it's an embarrassment clause. Jimmy always says you can only be embarrassed if you accept embarrassment. Jimmy did say that. Hey, you're only embarrassed if you accept embarrassment. And I'd go, well, I accept it. I accept it. You're embarrassing. I miss Jimmy every day, but goddamn, would have been nice if he'd kept his dick in his pants.
Well, I guess we know what he got arrested for.
No, there's never been a person in my life, thank God, there's never been a person in my life who was so quick to take his dick out than Jimmy. Like we would be doing something, getting an award somewhere. And we'd be backstage waiting to go out and receive a giant check. And he'd go, hey, you know, it'd be funny. What, Jimmy? if I took my dick out.
Thanks for the award. Now here's yours.
You know what would be funny? If I took my dick out and when they gave us the giant check, if my dick was hanging out. Funny, huh? Yeah, that'd be hysterical. No, it wouldn't be funny if your dick was hanging out. It would not be funny. That was the stuff I had to deal with, you guys. So here we are getting a giant check. And I have to look over to make sure I'd have to look over and make sure his dick's not hanging out when we're being handled it, you know. Hey, this would be funny. You know, the only way this could be better is if my dick was hanging out of my pants. People would love that. Fucking Jim. Oh well. Anybody thinking about selling a car?
Not anytime soon.
Well, a lot of people are selling their cars, you know, especially because of the used car prices.
Yeah.
So people are selling their cars, and I looked at selling mine. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I think I got like it was 50. I want to say my car's worth $5,400.
Right.
Like they just said they'd come by the house and give me a check for $5,400 and just take my car.
Right.
That was what I can't remember which company it was, but I checked the price. But they asked what year your car was, how many miles it had on it, and what color it was.
Color.
Yeah, what color your car was. So here's the thing. What color has the best value? And this is crazy.
Silver.
This is crazy. I would have never predicted this, but
Silver.
no.
White.
No. Mm-mm.
Beige.
Beige. I never seen no damn beige car.
No.
Black.
No. I'll say you guys will never guess this. You'll never ever guess this.
Purple.
No.
Red.
No. I'm telling you, you'll never guess it. So why you just
Blue.
so you keep trying?
Well, what is it then?
Plaid.
Yeah.
No, he said not black.
Someone in the chat room got it.
Pink.
No.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
The car that kept their value and didn't depreciate as much as other cars because is yellow. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yellow. I mean, who would want a yellow
Yeah.
fucking car?
I'm not
Yellow-
seeing very many yellow.
Yellow cars kept their value. Yellow cars are number one. And Jennifer says that Big D's favorite car color is yellow. Number two. You'll never guess number two. No one's guessed number two.
Blue.
No. Uh-uh. No one's guessed it.
Black.
No.
Tan.
No. Why would you think tan? Have you ever seen a tan car?
Yes, I have. My car is tan.
Oh, Nate got it. Orange. Yeah, orange. My favorite flavor car.
Oh, I'd love to have an orange car.
Orange cars are second.
So the brighter they are, the better they keep their value. Apparently,
I don't know, but yellow's first.
Hmm.
Orange is second. Orange is second. Purple is third.
Oh yeah.
Then red, green, blue, gray, beige, and silver.
Hear that, Steve? Beige.
Then what car holds the least value?
No, my luck. My color, tan.
What color?
Tan.
No.
Black,
Brown.
brown.
Brown depreciates the fastest.
Could look like shit.
Gold is the second worst.
Really, gold?
Yeah. Black. Oh, shit. I thought I had a good deal by having a black car. Black is the third worst, and then white.
I can understand white.
My daughter's car is white.
Steve, what color was your truck originally?
It was originally silver. It's never been painted.
And now it's rust.
No, it's still silver. There's
Oh.
maybe a small spot of rust.
Small.
On it. I ain't got no rust on it that you
Yeah.
can see.
You have a rust sphincter on the back of your rear fender.
No, it doesn't.
I'll tell you, my car. When I took that,
I have a spot. Yes.
they were offering me $5,400 for my car last year. I probably should have taken it. Now I check
Yeah.
it's probably like $2,000.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Check it and see.
Like the reason I didn't sell it is, what would I drive? You know what I mean?
I
How
want
would
to
I
get one of
work
those. I want to get one of those smart cars, the little bitty ones.
My wife said, she goes, I go, I'll sell the car, then we'll get some money. And she goes, don't sell it. I go, why? She goes, because then she goes, here's what's going to happen. Then you'll decide to stop working out and you'll just be you'll be more miserable.
Right.
Like, I guess that's true. You know what I mean?
What year is your car, Ryan?
I don't know. 12 or 14 or something. I don't know. What the hell do I know? Yeah. I'm sure it's fallen a lot. Fuckers. So I probably should have sold it when I had the chance. My wife talked me out of it. She said, no, keep it. Because that was, we needed money, though. I should have sold it. But I don't want a car payment either. I like the fact I don't have a car payment right now. Yeah.
I was going to suggest you get one of those little Chinese three-wheeled scooters.
Well,
And you never leave town, but then you couldn't do it in the winter times.
but here's the deal. It's like the only place I go is to work out, and I love working out. I don't want to miss the,
Right.
I don't want to miss the, I don't want to miss the working out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I think my car's a 12, Jason. I don't.
Okay, and you said about 100,000 miles.
Yeah, it's over 100,000 now. It's like 100, but it's not that much. I'm not at like 150 or something.
Well, I can give you a rough estimate from Kelly Blue Book, and
Yeah.
right now they're saying about 9,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well, shit. Look at that.
There you go.
Yeah. That's a nice car.
That's on a trade-in though. Selling it privately, you can probably get about a little
And
over.
Brent just put in
11.
there was Brent said is worth 14. Yeah.
Wow.
I think he ran the price for
Damn.
2014 though.
Oh, it's a
That's why he
14.
says, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
a 12."
Oh, it's a 14. It's a 12. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 12. Because I don't know. I bought the car. And I don't even remember.
Yeah, you put it in as a 14.
Yeah. I bought it in maybe 14 or 15. I don't know. Oh well. Look at that. Yeah. Jason said my value is worth
Wow.
11,000. Look at that.
Damn.
You better get rid of
So I
that
can sell it
son
for
of a
11 grand. If anybody wants it, someone offers me 10, I'll sell it today.
bitch.
I'm serious. But then what would I drive to work out?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right?
But here's the deal about car. I can't fit my wheelchair in it.
Yeah. You need to get you one of them Dodge Caravans.
So all I go is to Fit Club
I have
where they
one of
have a
those.
wheelchair for me at Fit Club.
Right.
Get him the van that he can fit his wheelchair in.
Yeah. It doesn't even need to be, you can get one of those cargo vans. Doesn't
Yeah.
need to have it 2 front seats and you can throw a wheelchair in
All
it.
I need is, listen, I need to get a lighter wheelchair.
Yeah. That's probably cheaper.
If I'd allow Spanky to steal one. remember Spanky and TJ were going to steal.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They were going to steal that wheelchair and I wouldn't let them, but I probably should.
They won't miss one.
Yeah.
I tried to steal one at SIU one day and he said, "Don't do that."
I'm just not going to steal,
Gonna have to go to Taylorville to get one. I know exactly where they are.
Hey,
Where
I'm
they at?
close.
Let's go get one. Let's go get one.
I just,
That can be a mobile bit next Thursday I'm off. We'll go steal a wheelchair.
I
Okay.
really don't think on
Hell
public
yeah.
transportation. Listen, public transportation, the only thing is you got to get down to where they pick you up. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm not going to,
I seen these new things. I sent the link to you today on Facebook. These like foldable wheelchair things. They only weigh like less than 50 pounds, and they got a FOB. They fold up. You just push a button, and you can put them in your car. And I thought, well, they won't hold. I asked the company. I said, "What's the weight limit?" They said over 500 pounds. I'm like,
oh, listen to that.
shit.
Damn.
Maybe I'm gonna get one of these.
Yeah, sons of bitches.
That motorized wheelchair be wheeling around here.
Mm-hmm.
Once I cut my foot off.
That's what Pete said. Sell the car and get a motorized wheelchair.
There you go. All you need is one of those
Yeah.
slow moving triangles on the back, and you get good.
Yeah.
We'll get you a flag.
Probably right.
Oh my
Get you
God.
a caution sign.
Already got a caution sign
What?
on his driver's door.
I could sell the car.
Steve does.
Get a golf cart.
Right?
I could sell the car. I'd sell the car and not allow. And just hide the cash. Can you guys even hear? Can you guys hear me? What's going on?
She'll find it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, I can hear you.
lagging pretty bad.
Yeah, it sounds like something's locked up in the.
There you went.
Uh-oh.
Now
Take it
you're
away,
there.
We lost
Steve.
him.
And there goes Ray.
So next mobile bit.
Smoke signals.
Next mobile bit. We're stealing a wheelchair from Ray. Got it.
Okay.
Steve, gonna need your help with this one.
I know exactly, like I said, Taylorville.
Yeah.
Oh, I know those doors
Ray
are going
Lytle's
around with
morning
the
disaster
rehab.
minus Ray Lytle.
So Christina, How's Goose?
Yeah. Oh, he's just fine.
Oh, Steve was right, huh?
He said to tell
Lyle.
y'all hi.
I'm
I don't know.
all
I haven't
worried
seen
about
Lyle yet this morning. I think he went out
Because-
drinking last night, so he's still.
Oh,
He's-
Lord.
he's
Now,
not
He's still
He
tied
Went
to
out
the
drinking
bed,
with
is
old
he?
Long Dong Lyle last night.
She took him fishing last night.
Lyle's gonna be
Yeah, I
living
bet
No,
I know what
didn't.
they were fishing for.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we know what he was fishing
No.
for and what he was using for bait.
Uh-huh.
Getting some stink bait going on down there.
Oh my God.
You said it on me.
No, no stank.
Uh,
No
Got
balls.
some use out of his rod.
Yep.
Good Lord.
so when are we going to learn about this guy?
I don't know.
Probably when he appears.
Maybe never.
Is it a girl?
When he shows up behind
gotta
her and
keep y'all
drops
in
that long gun
suspense.
right on her shoulder.
Oh my
It's-
God.
It's a girl, Tyler. It's a
It's a
woman.
girl.
She's swinging the other way.
I-
Oh,
It could be.
She stuck out.
Never know.
She stuck out. She struck out twice with men, so now she's going to swing on the other team.
Hey,
enough guts to go that
you
route.
never know.
Stranger things have happened on this show. Who knows?
That's a fact. She ain't got enough guts to go all women because she's afraid she might get satisfied.
That's true. That's true.
Irene's
Yeah.
saying it's her, so maybe it's Irene. You flying
Oh,
down to
damn.
Georgia?
If it's Irene, can you
Yeah.
bring her over to clean sometime?
Do what?
If it's Irene, can you bring her over to clean sometime and you can leave? Just leave Irene here.
Oh, how rude.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Hmm.
Steve just fired
That
his quitting
is
lady.
Hey, that's fine by me. I heard about
Well,
you
I
shitting
mean,
your
you know
pants.
what? I could kind of see where Steve is coming from this, okay? Because if the cleaning lady don't put out, then by God, it's time to find another one.
Hey, that's
I tried
not
to
part
tell
of the
you.
job.
He needs a cleaning lady that's going to clean the pipes too.
There we go. I'm
Yeah.
gone for 2 minutes, then it becomes the TJ show.
What?
We're covering for
Gone for
you.
2 minutes.
He's back.
I was defending Steve, thank you.
Now you got TJ talking about how women and pleasing women and all this. I came in just in time to hear TJ talk about how if she'd have gone to some sexist conversation.
Steve, we should probably tell him it was a Steve show later.
Oops.
TJ just jumped
TJ leaves.
in. He's out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, he wasn't even when I was on. He wasn't even on. He was hiding.
Steve was fucking killing me in here.
As soon as I'm gone, he shows up. And then
Oh.
Steve's.
You missed it. Steve fired.
Here's what I show up. I show up just in time to hear TJ talking about how she turned to women because then she can know what it's like to be satisfied.
No,
And then
that is
Steve's.
not what I stop putting words in my
That's
mouth.
no. I'm just telling you. I'm
That's
telling you.
not what I
That's
said.
what I showed up and heard.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. Clean the peanut butter out of your ears.
And then I heard Steve saying he wanted her to bring her lesbian lover by to clean his house.
Now that's a good idea
This is the bullshit that goes on.
because if he's not happy with the cleaning lady, time to get a new one.
Stranger things have happened on the Des Moines disaster.
Oh well.
I had an encounter with Shelly yesterday.
Oh God!
How'd Shelly go? How'd that go?
It was crazy.
Hey,
I got a shower.
Want to take a shower with me?
Bye, Karen.
I got a shower, and evidently, when I got out of the shower, I hit the string for the emergency. Oh shit! I've fallen and I can't get up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that flashes a light outside your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know that. And I came in and laid down. And started taking a nap. About an hour later, I hear this beating on the door. Oh, I'm real quiet. I don't want anybody to know I'm here. So I just
Because he was probably smoking pot.
no.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hear the door open. Steve.
Steve,
Wait, she literally sounds like that?
Steve, I let myself in. Hi, Steve. Don't mind me. I just let myself in.
I said, okay. Your light outside is blinking.
Hi, Steve. I just let myself in. I hope you don't mind me licking your anus.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
But I had pulled this.
I hope you don't mind my breast out of my shirt.
She called the landlord and everything. Something's wrong with Steve because his lights are blinking. And
Well, were you at least clothed when the door was opened on you? this
yeah,
time?
yeah,
Okay.
I was close.
You know,
She had to come in
Shelly,
and play with milk duds and everything else.
Poor Shelly.
Shelly probably wouldn't leave if you had your clothes off. Saw that bleached asshole.
And I know one thing: Shelly's got some big old titties.
How
A
do you
little
know?
bitty woman, but she's got some big old titties.
How do you know what size her breasts are?
Well, you can see when you look.
You can see when you look. How?
Well, when you walk by a woman, you notice her breasts.
I was putting them in his mouth when he was passed out.
She's got some big old knockers.
Kelly, was that before or after you put his ass in your mouth?
I was giving her breast the mouth precipitation.
And you just put a bag over her head, man. She'd be perfect.
He might have gagged on the hairs.
You better get a ball gag for her so you don't hear her voice too.
Hey, Dan
Oh,
Race,
yeah.
Dan Race is a good question. Your emergency light went off and it took a fucking hour?
Yeah, what the hell?
What the fuck is
Well,
that?
it doesn't. It's only. It's
Because
not
all the
really-
emergency light is
All the emergency
There's
light,
Shelley.
light.
there's Shelly with a stretcher in her apartment. And
That's the truth. I feel sorry for Steve.
she has to break, and she breaks into people's apartments.
Hey, are you all right? Then I'm just going to molest you.
Did you clean that ass?
Yeah. Give you a good cleaning.
Didn't I pull that emergency cable once while I was waxing your ass after I was in your bathroom?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I never saw Shelly, so
Yeah.
I would have loved to.
No, but
Kelly waited and laughed.
yeah, the emergency lights aren't hooked to anything. They're not like directly. They're just if the light goes off and somebody sees it, then it blinks outside your apartment like a hospital room. That way, people
I
can
just
stop
want
and
to
check
say
on
that
you.
Steve's ass does not taste as good with the bleaching cream in it. That's all.
Listen, we should wrap it up. We got to wrap it up because I gotta go work out.
You gotta go work out.
Yeah, show's brought to you by our friends over at Recon Text. That's Recon Text. Call 217-670-1132. Recon Text. Talk to them. Let them get you set up with a complete detail or a coating for your car. And they have deals right now for Father's Day. They have Father's Day deals right now, which, by the way, on my Father's Day, my daughter's leaving town.
Yeah, because your whole plan on Mother's Day backfired.
She and her boyfriend are going somewhere, so I won't see my daughter for Father's Day. Oh well. But my wife was telling me yesterday, she said, you'll like Father's Day. I go, really? I was thinking maybe this is going to be like some kind of promise for dirty sex or something, you know? But she goes, no, I got you a gift. And I go, what? She goes, you're really going to like the gift. And I'll be like, oh shit. So she says she got me a gift for Father's Day. And I was like, oh, damn.
I hope it does not involve Aju.
Well, the whole thing is, she's like, considering my daughter's going to be gone. So she wants to make sure that,
She got him a carpet shampoo.
I don't know. She wants to make sure that I'm going to have a good Father's Day. So that's nice. But oh well.
Dirty sex then.
And the show is also brought to you by our friends at Just Beds. Just Beds. You deserve a good 8 hours of sleep a night, you guys. Just Beds are the yawn exterminators, and they can make sure you get that 8 hours of sleep a night. Stop by Just Beds, 3120 Montvale Drive. It's Just Beds. Go there and pick out a nice new mattress. They deliver the new one. They set it up. They get rid of the old one for you. It's Just Beds. Just Beds on Montvale. That's the place you need to go to buy a new mattress for yourself and your whole family. That's the only place I got my mattress. In fact, other people on the show, you guys, I know you buy your stuff from Just Beds, and if anybody needs a new one, you know where to go. That's Just Beds. All right, thanks so much for listening. We got a subscriber show this afternoon. Subscriber show this afternoon at 6 o'clock. We'll talk to you guys then. So long. Bye-bye.